What? First sale already? Our ROAS is definitely low. It's at a loss right now.
So I went a little crazy and I set the budget to $500 instead.
So by the end of the night tonight, I'm gonna see whether or not this challenge was actually profitable or unprofitable. I'm gonna use AI to make a profit dropshipping in 1 week selling this kid's smartphone. Now I'm gonna give myself a $2,000 budget to run ads and other expenses, but if I don't make a single dollar in profit in the next week, I'm gonna give away $2,000 to one of you guys. But if I do make a profit, I'm still gonna give away $500. All you gotta do is give me your best comment below. First, we need to find a winning product, right? Now this is a very tedious process. I hate doing it, you hate doing it, but luckily I was in Bali last week with some of my dropshipping friends, and they all had the same strategy that they recommended. Let's rewind back to that moment and see what they said.
How's the steak?
It's very good.
So guys, question for you. What is your favorite, easiest way to find winning products nowadays?
Honestly, TikTok shop. Yeah, I would say the same. I see kids running it up with TikTok shop, like coming up every day left and right.
So you mean like finding viral products on there?
Yeah. Well, I think the big advantage of TikTok shop is there's just thousands of pre-validated concepts for content that you could replicate and just put onto Facebook. So
Literally just replicate it on Meta.
yeah, literally just replicate it.
Yeah, honestly, that's fucking genius.
That was last week in Bali before officially starting the challenge. Now today is day 1, and my friends made a really good point. They said that TikTok shop is the easiest and best way to find winning products in 2025, and I 100% agree with that. So right now it's actually November, and Christmas is on the way, so I wanna find a Christmas gift that parents would gift their kids. So what we gotta do right now is some serious deep research for the next couple hours. I'm gonna use Kalo data so I can find products that are going viral on TikTok shop. Kalo data has all the TikTok shop data that you love and care about. We can find any product, any sales information, we can do all the spying that we want on here. So for the next couple hours, I'm gonna be doing deep research here, trying to find the perfect kids Christmas gift.
The hottest Christmas gift of 2025 is the wall crawling geckos.
Toys,
You want to win Christmas, you're gonna want to get your kids these video walkie-talkies.
I found some crazy products. There's a lot of opportunities here. All these products are doing 6 figures in revenue. I found these toys and I found these other gadgets. Now, that's the common thing I'm seeing is a lot of toys. This wall crawler gecko is pretty cool. It like crawls in the wall and whatever, but we're not looking for cool, right? What we're looking for is a problem-solving product that we can convince parents that their kids need. How would it help their kids? Not just something that like, oh, your kids will love it because they'll play with it and they'll have so much fun. That's boring, and the marketing is just so difficult with that, right? That's what you want to think about is like, how do we make our marketing experience easier? And then, you know, it has these transformer cars and semi-truck cars, and it's like, you know, mind you, like this wall crawler gecko is doing 27K per day, so maybe one of you guys can give it a test, but I'm gonna pass on these. Now, the beauty is I found something very interesting here, a kid smartphone. Now, I know what you're thinking. Parents probably want to get their kids away from technology, but I would argue that parents are just as addicted to technology as their kids are, and parents aren't really aware that they should probably keep their kids away from technology. There's a reason why this is doing really well. I mean, it did over 100K in revenue, and it has almost 4K per day in sales. So it's doing this on TikTok shop. They're selling it for almost 30 bucks, $8 shipping, so almost 40 bucks. And so if I were to sell this on Shopify, I can definitely sell it for 60, 70 bucks, probably even more. As you can see here, the nice thing about Kalo data is that we can see the last 7 days, last 30 days, and last 90 days, even last 180 days. So last 180 days, it did 438K in revenue. And we can see here that it's had its biggest spikes in October. And right now it looks like it's spiking back up again, which makes sense because Christmas is coming through. I really like this product. And what's cool is that a lot of these guys are marketing it an interesting way. A lot of people are like, oh, my kids take away my phone all the time and I want to give give them something that they can use so that way they stop taking away my phone, which makes sense. Like kids will actually think they have a phone now. And what's really cool about this phone is that, you know, they can play games on it. There's a front and back facing camera. Kids love taking pictures. These selling points are working really well because like this video did 38K, 31K, 30K. And so we can see how much revenue these TikToks have generated.
I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. They're always stealing my cell phone, and usually they just end up playing with the little touchpad and then I get locked out of my phone. I decided to get them their own cell phone, but this is a kid's cell phone. So it actually comes with a camera that you can take real pictures with. If you're a parent, you know kids love to take pictures. It has just adorable little case on and attached around with them. It's a fun way for the stories. I'm trying to hold off until Christmas to give this to them, but I'm really excited, so I'm gonna give it to them early. So if you have littles that are always stealing your cell phone, maybe get them a toddler phone.
So parents are cooked with technology and now kids are cooked with technology, but I'm a marketer, so we're gonna sell it. And then there's also this one right here, kids video walkie-talkies. I mean, kids just love this stuff, right? Like this one's doing almost 4K per day too. So man, I can just make a kids brand here and then put both of these products on there. So we have our product. Now, before we actually proceed to building the Shopify store and getting all, we don't want to get too excited right now. We have to make sure that we get the supplier sorted out. So how do we actually drop ship this product? Well, I wanted to drop ship it from the US, but I wasn't able to find this product in the US. So what I'm going to do is actually use my China drop shipping agent, Team Drop. So Team Drop handles all of the fulfillment for you. Essentially, you're a middleman. Anytime you get an order on Shopify, Team Drop ships it directly to your customer and you only pay when you get an order. So when you get paid is when you pay. If you want to sign up for Team Drop, you can get the link in the description below. I've sold over 200,000 units with Team Drop. Been working with them for years. And so I have custom pricing with them. So you'll want to use my link below. Right here, they have a really good platform and we can search for products here. You can find basically any product. Now, anytime you can't find a product on here, the good news is you'll actually have a private chat with your agent where you can have them source anything for you. Like I literally messaged my girl, Tanya, not even 10 minutes ago, and she already responded and sent me this video. So now I have the product sourced and we're ready to go. Boom, we got our winning product. Just like that, it's that simple. As much as you guys love to complicate it, all we're looking for is something that's already working in the marketplace and most importantly, solves a problem. So it makes our marketing strategy even easier. But what's next? We gotta pick a brand name, buy a website domain, and build an entire branded Shopify store. But of course, we're gonna make this super easy with AI. Let's go. First, we're gonna create a brand name. Now, I know a lot of you guys love to complicate this, right? You think that you're building the next Apple or something, but in reality, you're just building a dropshipping store. So I'm gonna show you how we literally pick a brand name in 2 minutes using AI. You wanna head over to Claude. Claude is the most creative, human-like, best copywriting AI tool there is nowadays. I think it's better than ChatGPT and Gemini when it comes to writing copy in a human-like way. First thing we do is create a project, okay? We're gonna call it Kid's Smartphone because we don't have the brand name. We're gonna add a little description here, kind of like a prompt, right? Setting the role that we want Claude to play. Because remember, AI is smarter than all of us, but it needs direction. Who do you want it to be? Do I want it to be an astronaut or do I want it to be a dropshipping branded expert? You're setting the tone, and I'll have all these prompts and everything linked below for you for free, by the way. Then we click save, and then basically the prompt is just gonna be what the product is, and then a ton of information on the product. All I do is just get information on the product from Amazon, AliExpress, or wherever it is that you found your product. I like to use Amazon for information and images because the English and everything is just very strong. Basically, I'll do that, and then I need you to use your branding expertise and give me some brand name ideas. 5 one-word name ideas and 5 2-word brand name ideas. So let's see what it comes up with. Now, let's say you don't like the first ideas it gives you. We're just gonna hit try again, and it's gonna give us some more options. All right, look at how cool these options are right here. Kidlit, Sprouty, Zippity, Gigglebox, Smartkin, and then it gives me some 2-word options. I love 1-word brand names. So it even gives you some context of why it chose these names. Now, right off the bat, I love Zippity. So I'm gonna go with Zippity. And now we have our brand name. Now that we have a brand name, we just have to get a domain for it, which is about $10. If you use namecheap.com, it's the cheapest platform that I've seen. So we're gonna see what we can get out of Zippity. So I looked for zippity.com, but unfortunately it's taken. So whenever you have a situation where you like a brand name and it's taken, just add an additional word to it. You can do like official or shop Zippity. In this case, I'm gonna look for zippykids.com, see if that's available. And oh, perfect. $11.28 per year. So I'm gonna add to cart and I'm literally gonna buy it right now. And there you go. I'm now the owner of zippity-kids.com. So now we have the brand name, we have the domain, and we just have to create our Shopify account. And I'm gonna show you how we build the entire store with AI. But first, we have to create the account. Now, it's a 3-day free trial, and then it's $1 per month for 3 months. Just use the link in the description below. I already have my store, I created it. And then we're going to proceed to the Shopify App Store right here, and then click on the App Store. And then you're gonna wanna search for Crafted, which is the AI store builder, which literally turns an AliExpress link into a fully custom branded Shopify store. It's absolutely insane. Let me give you guys a sneak peek of what you can do with Crafted. So this is a store that I did for a different YouTube video, and this is the landing page that it created for this dog product. Absolutely insane. Years ago, I would have paid thousands of dollars for a page like this. So all I have to do is go find my product on AliExpress, which took me 2 minutes. I found it right here, and we're gonna use the link for the AI store builder. Now, what's crazy is that it's $36 on AliExpress. Mind you, it's free shipping, but with Team Drop, I have a $14 product cost and an $11 shipping cost. That's about $25. So AliExpress is $11 more. That's the difference between using AliExpress to dropship and using a private dropshipping agent. Big difference. We're gonna take our URL here, and then we're gonna go back to Shopify, make sure we have Crafted AI, the Shopify app, installed. This is going to take the AliExpress URL and build, design, write copy an entire Shopify store for us. So for all you lazy people, go to the link in the description below, get the 3-day free trial, okay? Then you're gonna go here, we're gonna choose source, AliExpress, and then we're gonna put the link in, and then we're gonna have it create us a new theme. And then when we click generate, in real time, it's gonna start building out the entire store, researching the product, designing the store, writing the copy. The beauty about this is it's doing all the research to understand who is it that we're selling to and how do we actually speak to that customer. You gotta think of your landing page, your Shopify store, as a salesman. Its job is for anybody that's landing on your website to do the best job at selling them on why they should buy that product, which means our copy needs to connect with these moms emotionally. This is a kid's smartphone. We need to convince these moms not that they're buying a kid's smartphone, but they're buying a device that's gonna help their kids stay off the internet, help keep them engaged, give them educational games, and so on and so forth. And that's what Crafted is about to do. So 2 minutes from now, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And there we go, it's done. And it says that we technically saved 240 minutes or 4 hours of actually working on the store ourselves. AI is really helping us lazy people out here. But here's the result. So guys, I'm honestly amazed. I can't believe AI can actually do something like this in 2025. Zippity Kids, I added the domain, so I can actually show you here. Added the domain to the store. It made custom AI images. So all of these images, right, you can see with the AliExpress page, these are really crappy images. We don't want these on our store. If we had these on our store, it just looks gimmicky. It doesn't look like something I could sell for $60. These images really give us that custom branding feel. It makes the store look like a custom branded store, right? A premium store that's been around for years. And then the most important part, what I'm really impressed by, is the copy. Finally, a kid's phone that teaches, entertains, and protects them without the dangers of the internet. Give them a gift that actually helps them grow. People don't buy products logically, especially moms, you know, female customers. They buy on emotion. Your job as a salesman is to connect with them emotionally and make them feel like you're the brand, you're the product for them. Imagine this was like premium smartphone. Well, they're not shopping for a premium smartphone. They're shopping for a solution for their kids, a solution to keeping their kids engaged, to keeping their kids off the internet, to giving them a toy that they don't just throw to the side of the collects dust, right? So tired of toys that end up collecting dust after a few days? Perfect. So much more than a toy phone, a lot of key selling points here. The joy on their face says it all. So I see the AI really try to make the user feel something when they're looking at this page. And it has some like stats here. Built for big adventures in little hands. It has a frequently asked questions, your product questions answered. What if my child doesn't love it? Try it 30 days risk-free. And guys, for customer reviews, I was able to import a few thousand reviews from Amazon using the Ali Reviews app. Crafted does not import reviews for you. You have to use a separate app for that. But you definitely want that for social proof, right? We want to act like we're an actual brand that sold this product thousands of times, you know, obviously that's gonna help with trust. The beauty is that you're not lying. These are actual reviews of people that bought the exact same product. And then the other thing is that the homepage is completely set up for you as well. Look how great this looks. It even has this review widget right here with actual reviews written for this product. Yeah, this is ready to advertise. Time for a quick break here. I'm exhausted, guys. And nothing better than getting some fresh air, but it's freaking cold here right now. I'm in Michigan. It's like 20 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Whew. But all right, so let's talk about this. Where are we at now with the challenge? Well, we chose the product, we got the entire store designed, we bought the website domain, but now comes the fun part. We're gonna get our first few ads launched. I gotta do some research on my competitors and come up with an ad strategy for the product. Believe it or not, guys, my goal is to get ads launched by the end of day today. Now you're probably wondering, Hassan, how are you gonna get ads launched that fast? Well, I'm gonna use AI, obviously. This is gonna blow your mind. We have all this data on Kalo data of all these videos that have gone viral, what's worked and what hasn't worked. And with AI, specifically TopView AI, which is this platform that I've been using, it's absolutely insane. Those videos that I showed you guys earlier of videos that were made with AI, they were done with TopView. Look at this one, for example.
They keep locking me out, so I found this. It's a kid-friendly smartphone with games, stories, and music, real front and back cameras.
Even the phone looks exactly like the real ad.
Actual photos. Soft silicone case and a lanyard.
Now, mind you, the craziest thing is that you can't tell me this woman's fake. Like nobody, especially like the audience that we're targeting, you know, moms, they're not exactly as tech savvy as we are. So this is insane. So right now, for the next hour, I just want to make sure I do some deep research here on, you know, all the videos here. And then I'll get back and tell you guys what pattern I'm seeing and essentially what videos we're going to recreate.
If you have a toddler that likes to use your cell phone like they pay the bill.
Okay, so I just went through a few pages of each of these sellers. You know, the beauty is that you can filter by the top revenue videos and the top view videos. And what I'm noticing is a common theme from the highest performing videos, which is they're talking about how kids stealing their phones and how they want to get their kids to stop taking their phones, and that their toddlers are typically ages 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. So it seems like the age range is 3 to 6 years old. And the common angle that I'm seeing here is, you know, my toddler's always stealing my phone. My nephew's always taking my phone from me, etc. I'm surprised that there's a lot of nephew mentions and not necessarily son or daughter. Yeah, let me just show you an example here.
Oh.
He's always taking my phone to, like, you know, take pictures and stuff like that. He's getting his fingerprints all over my phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got him as.
Now see, this is perfect because we can connect and be relatable to the parent experience here. I can see why they're getting 3.21 million views. This one sold 2.3K units, did almost $50,000 in revenue. So guys, with TopView, it's truly amazing. You would literally download this from Kalo data, and then I would upload it here as a reference video. Imagine you're giving an AI a reference video to replicate, and it's able to replicate that. And then we're uploading the image of the product. We don't even have to do any crazy prompting here. So I'm gonna do literally what TopView recommends here, which is generate an ad video for my product by replicating the content of the video I provide. And then now it's literally going to have like a chat where you're gonna chat with the AI and go back and forth and basically just come up with this video. So first it starts by giving a questionnaire to help it process this video. So what's the product name? Who are your product's users? Parents of young children, children ages 3 to 8. That's very accurate. And we're just gonna focus on that. What are your product selling points? Child-friendly design, educational games and storybooks, yes. Mimics adult smartphone experience safely, yes. Can even do the develops early learning skills. Target country, we'll just say United States, English, and then we want a 9:16 vertical like TikTok style video. So then I'll click confirm, and then now it's gonna come up with a storyboard. So essentially come up with a whole like scene by scene framework for the video. So now it literally comes up with a video brief. It has the information, the core information, target audience, key selling points, the style, and now it's going to finish making the video. And I'll show you the result in a second. So here's a storyboard real quick. I'll just show you. It has shot 1, 2, and 3. So shot 1, hands open white box and unwrapped green dino phone in tissue, kids phone unboxing dino edition. And then 2 is the phone flips to the front, screen wakes, finger swipes through big icons. Shot 3 is finger taps camera. Essentially, it's just going back and forth, replicating that video, but then there's actually gonna be a script of like what the avatar is actually saying. So this AI tool, you really wanna play around with it and do like a bunch of different videos and see which one really gets the script and the shots right. It really does it all for you, and it happens really fast too. So you can create a bunch of these in a very short period of time. So let's go ahead and see the results.
Okay, so I went back and forth with Top View here, prompt after prompt after prompt, because the first prompt, the second prompt might not work out, right? You might not get the results that you want. And so don't get discouraged, because AI isn't perfect, but you know, after a few tries, you'll get results like I did. Let me show you the bad, and then I'll show you the good. So this one didn't come out quite the way I wanted it to.
You guys, if your toddler is obsessed with your phone, you have to see this. This is the new kid.
Like, it just shows 2 phones here. I'm not sure why it does that, but you don't want that. And then the other issue is that the apps and everything on the phone, like, it just doesn't look accurate. Like, this looks like an iPhone 16 Pro Max. Like, we're not the Apple of smartphones here. And then the other one that I didn't like was this one. My toddlers are locked up. You see how like it doesn't really show the actual phone in use. If I was a parent, I'd want to see the phone in use, and I don't want to see like the actual software, because that's going to convince me that this is a high quality product and, you know, it's an actual phone software. But if it's just a black screen on the video, I don't imagine that that'll really do a good job at selling the click, right? So these ones came out great though. Let's check these out.
The viral toddler gift last year, and the new version is even better. It has a super cute unicorn design, tons of educational apps and games, front and back cameras, and a music player. My toddler is obsessed with it. The best part is that it's completely safe. No internet.
It looks like it was actually able to replicate a lot of details, like even the lighting in the backyard and all that from the reference video.
No calls, no texts. Just pure, safe fun for your little one. You have to check this out.
So that's great. What I noticed is that sometimes it gets the phone right, sometimes it doesn't. And all I've seen is that I just have to like prompt a few times and just try and get it right. Like, what are we paying for Top View here? We're paying $29 on the small package, $75 on the second big package. And then, so a 15-second video is 5 credits. And then a 25-second video is 10 credits. Considering that a UGC creator would end up being like $100, $150 for one video, that's crazy, right? So the caveat with this is you're spending less money, but you're spending more time and energy just kind of going back and forth with prompts. But we're achieving this in minutes compared to waiting for a creator to record and all that for you, which could take a week to 2 weeks. Then we have these other ones which came out great.
Are you tired of your...
I like this hook right here. Stop touching mommy's phone. That might grab attention. A lot of e-com people are talking about how they're having success with unrealistic hooks, right? Unrealistic kind of, you know, AI hooks.
Are you tired of your...
Not that this is like super unrealistic, but like, you know, I feel like you can tell it's AI.
Are you tired of your kids always wanting your phone? I found the perfect solution. This is the Kids Smart.
Okay, I got that right.
Comes with a lanyard. It's the perfect first phone. You have to check it out. Games and interactive stunts.
What I really try to do this time is make sure that it really focuses on the use case of the phone for the kid, right?
With a fun silicone case. It's packed with educational games and interactive stories that...
Packed with educational games,
Son
interactive
loves.
Stories.
Plus, with parental controls,
Plus
I
with
know
parental
he's safe.
controls, right? Now this one wasn't my favorite, but we're gonna run with it. We have 2 concepts now, so...
Little one. Look at this super cute 3D dinosaur case. It makes their phone feel like...
I don't know what's going on here, but I'm actually gonna regenerate this. I gotta just give it another go.
a fun, safe toy. They can still use the front and back cameras.
Cause yeah, like even right here, look how accurate that looks compared to an iPhone, but we don't wanna mislead to that extent, right? It's not an iPhone.
And back cameras. It's parent approved. I've linked it below.
But I mean, overall, Top View, insanely impressive. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get these launched, 101 and 102.
So guys, just to recap here, right? We have a $2,000 budget, and I wanna make sure I keep you guys up to date through this entire challenge and where we are with that budget. So far, we spent $1 on Shopify, and we spent $11.48 on the domain. So we're currently negative $12.48. It's not bad at all. Now let's not get too excited yet. I'm gonna let these ads run for the next 24 hours, and hopefully we get our first sale.
What? First sale already?
Not even $30 into spending on the ads, and we got our first sale. This is crazy. Now, this is luck. To be able to get a sale $30 in, we don't want to get too excited, but it's still impressive that our AI ads immediately generated a purchase. Let me just show you guys real quick on the screen here. So we got our first sale right here. It is a total of $67.80. and then show you guys today is November 14th. It's the first day of running the ads, and we literally, after 195 impressions, I mean, the CPMs are insane, but I mean, it is Q4 right now, so I am ignoring that. Now, it didn't register the purchase yet because it literally came in, it's 10:14 a.m. It's 10:34 a.m. So this is full transparency right now. It didn't register yet, but we can actually go here and show you the attribution settings just so you can see that it came from the campaign. So visited your store from Instagram and it came from 101 and 101. Okay, so let's actually see what happens after a full 24 hours of running these ads. Maybe we get some more sales or maybe it completely flops. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, quick update. There was no way I was gonna wait a full 24 hours to update you guys. We've been 8 hours into running the ads so far, and we have a total of $203 in revenue and 3 orders. So we got 2 more orders since that last update. We're only 8 hours into running the ads. Now the real question is, where does that put us in the budget so far? As you guys know, we have a $2,000 budget, right? Spent $1 on Shopify, $11.48 in the domain, and so far on Meta ads, we spent $113.78. So we have $203 in sales. So the math is gonna be here on the screen, but that puts us at a small loss. Now you're probably wondering, why are you celebrating so much if you're in a small loss? Guys, let's keep in mind that we took a business from scratch, found the product, built the store, designed it, created AI ads, launched the ads, got humans to buy our products in under 36 hours. So I took it from $0 to $203 in sales in under 36 hours. Let that sink in for a second. That's crazy. Now look, I will say one of the biggest mistakes I used to make back in the day was I would celebrate too prematurely. If an ad starts to get sale, if I don't have the ROAS that I need yet to be profitable, I would still celebrate and I would think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start pumping the budget and scale to the moon, but not so fast. Let's see in the full 24 hours where we end up. And then I'm gonna explain to you how exactly I look at the data and how long I need before I can decide whether or not it's scalable or whether or not it's a loser. Now the key is, this is where a lot of you don't understand. I know we have a winning product here. If these ads don't work, that just means they're losing ads. Then all we do is keep testing and find winning ads. We need about 16 more hours and then I'll have that 24-hour update. It's official, guys. We're about 24 hours into advertising the kids' smartphone, and talk about a crazy first day in sales. We had $451 in sales, 4 orders, and we had one guy even order 4 units. This is very promising. Now the bad news is we had a very bad start to the day today. We have 0 sales and it's past 12 p.m. I don't get discouraged by that because by the end of the day, we could actually outperform yesterday. But see, we didn't only have a great sales day yesterday, we had a very profitable day. We made $127 in net profit. This platform is called True Profit. It syncs the ad spend, it syncs everything and automatically calculates the profit and loss. That put us at a 28% net profit. Now let's do a quick walkthrough of the ads so far. So we had a 47% hook rate. So the amount of people that stopped scrolling and watched at least 3 seconds was 47%. Anything above 30% is really strong. And then we had 26% of those people hold their attention for 15 seconds or longer. So this tells us that our ad was doing a great job at being a salesman, which is grabbing their attention and actually convincing them to click through and buy. We had a $35 cost per purchase. We had a 3.19 ROAS, which means for every dollar we spent, we made $3.19 back. This was very profitable. How do we actually calculate our goal ROAS and our goal cost per purchase? You know, how do we know what's profitable and what isn't? All you gotta do is use my pricing calculator. I'll link that for you guys down below. But essentially, we plug in our cost of goods and our shipping costs from Team Drop. So in this case, we have our $14.19. We have a shipping cost of $11.34. And so for 1 unit, we're selling it for this much, and we have a goal ROAS for 20% net profit. What ROAS do we need to get 20% net profit? 2.56. And then the cost per purchase that we need is $26.52. And then that puts us at a net profit of 20%, right? In our case here, we had a $35 cost per purchase and we had a 3.19 ROAS. So how did that actually get us a 28% net profit? Well, that's because the average order value was $112. So that gave us more room to spend on ads to be profitable. So if we go back here, I actually calculated that with that average order value, because this one right here, guys, is based on if everybody was ordering 1 unit. Now, in our case, we know that 3 people ordered 1 unit, but 1 guy ordered 4 units. So that gave us a lot more profit and a higher ROAS, even with that higher cost per purchase. So if we have people ordering multiple units, that means we can spend more to acquire a customer and get our profit targets. So in this case, right, with the $112 average order value, we would need a $44.61 cost per purchase to get a 20% net profit. In this case, we had a $35 cost per purchase and a 3.19 ROAS, which gave us a 28%. If we had a $44 cost per purchase, we would have had a 20% net profit here. Now, like I said, this could just be a lucky first day. Are we even gonna have any sales today? So far, we have 0. We wanna see within 3 days, which is tomorrow, the end of day 3 tomorrow, we wanna see whether or not we have this kind of performance still, and that will give us the ability to scale the budget confidently and stay profitable, or did we actually just have a lucky first day? We're gonna find out tomorrow. Gonna let this run for the weekend and we'll see where we end up. By the way, we have more bad news now. I mean, we have this lady right here that added to cart, checked out, and didn't buy. It's called an abandoned checkout. This is when, you go to the website, you go through the checkout process, but you change your mind and don't end up buying. I think you and I have done this too. And then what happens is that we get an email that offers us a discount or free shipping or something, and then it motivates us to buy. So I realized that that's exactly what I need to do right now. I need to set up an abandoned cart sequence that sends them emails and motivates them to come back and buy. And the way I do that, I highly recommend OmniSend. Partner with these guys because they have such great pricing. Like normally what everybody in e-com does is goes to Klaviyo, but Klaviyo is just way too expensive. I mean, even OmniSend is expensive, but all email softwares are expensive. This is probably the best pricing that I've seen in the email space. And if we wanna recover abandoned carts, we have to do email marketing. And it requires a software like OmniSend, unfortunately. The beauty is we connect it to our store and it actually uses AI and a lot of useful tools to just make it super easy. I integrated it with the store. It automatically imported my logo and brand colors. And now I'm just gonna quickly set up the abandoned cart sequence. I'm gonna show you how simple it was to do that. See, this is why I love AI, guys. Like in 2 minutes, I set up the abandoned cart and the abandoned checkout. Literally just click 2 buttons. The AI built it and designed it for me. So don't miss out on 15% of your entire cart. And that's literally all we need. We have the abandoned checkout doing the same thing. So now all these abandoned carts that are coming in would receive these emails and we'll recover this revenue. Okay, guys, it's the end of the weekend now, past 9 p.m. on Sunday. Today is technically day 4, but it's the 3rd day of running the ads. Yesterday, we actually had $0 in sales. Now, this is perfectly normal. When you start running a campaign, the first day might do well, the second day might do completely poorly, but then the 3rd day and onward will start to improve. That's just Facebook's algorithm testing different audiences and seeing who is interested and who's not, and then it learns about who to show your ads to. Now, the good thing is today, we actually had a total of $263 in sales. We had 3 orders, not quite where I want it to be, considering our first day was $451 in sales. Now, mind you, that was because 1 guy ordered 4 units, but overall, so far, we are at $715 in sales, 7 orders, and that's over 10 units. So that is really strong considering today is day 3 of running the ads. Now, looking at the profits, obviously yesterday put us in the red, $123. And today we're actually $11 in the red. So not too bad. Overall, that actually puts us in not too bad of a spot. We're at a loss of $7 total. And this factors in the domain and the domain cost of $11 and also the Shopify cost of $1. So far, not too bad. By the way, while I was recording that, we literally just got another sale. So that actually bumps us up even more for the day today. So now we're at 331 and we have 4 orders. So let's actually take a look at the ads. So we technically have 3 full days left of running the ads. How are we gonna make sure that we have a successful next 3 days? That's what I wanna make sure we have here. And I'm actually confident that we could have a very successful next 3 days. So let's take a look at the ads. Let me make sure to refresh just because I want to make sure maybe it caught that purchase and attributed it. So we can see here it did. That's perfect. So overall, like we had a $42 cost per purchase today. And if we factor in that purchase that just came in right now, so we're actually in the green now. So we have a 7.51% net profit. Now, I not only think that we need to give Facebook more time to optimize with this ad, but I should also increase the budget. First of all, 101 and 101.2 are the concepts that we're running, right? 101 is the only one that got the spend. Ever since we started on November 14th, This is the only ad that got spent. The other one got 76 cents, right? This one spent $435, right? So overall, we're definitely like at a break even here, as I showed you in True Profit. But when we break it down by the ads, interestingly enough, the one that spent the most, we actually have the lowest ROAS. But the one that spent the second least, we have the highest ROAS and the most purchases. Now you'll probably think like, why doesn't Facebook just push the budget to where we're getting the majority of the purchases? Well, sometimes you get a couple lucky purchases on an ad that the algorithm didn't think was actually going to succeed. The AI, knows a lot more than us. It's a lot smarter than us. I try not to try and play the who's smarter game here, right? If the algorithm's choosing to push the other ad, then it thinks that the other ad has the most potential out of the three. Now, mind you, it's been 3 full days, not even, because it's 9:50 p.m. 3 to 7 days is what you always want to give an ad, because I've had situations where an ad wouldn't perform for the first 5 days at the ROAS that I need, but then by day 7, it would start to really perform. That goes to show that when you hear the saying like, let the ad run for 3 to 7 days, give it time, it's very real, right? Like the algorithm needs time, and sometimes you'll prematurely turn off an ad before it actually succeeds. So in my case right here, I want to let Meta spend here. But I find that with these high CPMs right here, especially during Q4, it's November right now, Black Friday is literally next week, I gotta give more budget here. If I was running this store without this YouTube challenge that I'm doing, I would have started the budget at $500. But with the limited budget and everything, I just wanted to like do budgets that you guys would, be able to relate to more. I don't want to set the standard of like, oh, you guys have to start $500 a day budget to succeed. No, but I have 3 days left, so I definitely want to up this budget and give these ads more of a chance to actually succeed. Now, when it comes to the budget, as you guys know, we're at $150 per day. But like I said, these CPMs are just way too high. And I feel like I would have a much better successful test, especially with the limited time that I have, if I had more budget allocated here. So I'm gonna do something I don't usually do, and I'm gonna double the budget here. And the other thing is I'm testing more offers. So now these ads will run into tomorrow with these new offers in here. I wanna see if this helps us get a higher ROAS, more purchases by tomorrow, more conversions, and ultimately will help us scale these next 3 days. I put a buy 2 offer, which is a discounted buy 2 offer, and then also a buy 3, get 1 free offer. I have a feeling this will do really well. So now I'm gonna up the budget and basically just gonna go to sleep, and then we'll see what happens.
Good morning. So I went a little crazy and I set the budget to $500 instead. I just want to make this challenge as exciting as possible here. Now, in the meantime, in case these ads do flop, I got to work on some new ad ideas just so I'm prepared. But of course, I'm going to do all of this with AI.
Okay, so we spent a lot more today, but we made a lot more. So we're almost at $500 in sales. It's 7 p.m. We have 5 hours left of the day. So I'm thinking we'll get to $800 or $900 in sales, maybe 1K. So far, looking at the day from morning till 7 p.m. I like to always look at it at the end of the day, because this could very much change. But yeah, our ROAS is definitely low. It's at a loss right now. But mind you, I increased the budget from $150 to $500 in a very fast period, right? It was in less than an hour. So that can really screw things up initially. But if my instincts are right, I do think that letting it run for the full 7 days will actually get good performance. Now, I might be wrong, but I'm confident in these ads because so far we've gotten really high click-through rates. We've gotten consistent add to carts, consistent checkouts, and the hook rate and hold rate are very high. This is my green light after the first few days of seeing good data to let it run for a full 7 days, to actually give the algorithm a chance to find those audiences that really hit. Could be wrong, but that's why this next step right now is to make sure that we're preparing ourselves for if these ads do fail, so that way we have new ads ready to test as well. All right, guys, I went crazy with the top view platform and I got 2 more concepts launched in the ad account. It's a total of 6 more videos, considering tomorrow is the last day of the challenge. And the good news is we have $700 to $800 more in ad spend from now till tomorrow. These 2 new concepts should give us a better chance at making this challenge a success. At least 101 and 102 are not giving me the confidence that we're gonna end tomorrow the way I want it to. So I'm glad I got these new concepts launched. Let's check them out. You guys are gonna love these ones.
This is the first smartphone for children aged 2 to 7.
I want you to pay attention to how accurate the phone looks, the features in the phone, the games, everything.
And this isn't just any phone, it's an educational phone that teaches them the alphabet.
Pretty insane.
Reads them stories, helps them develop habits, and allows them to paint, draw, and take photos.
Here's what I love about this video right here compared to the last ones that we launched, right? So it's actually showing a lot more of the use case of the phone for the kids, right? Not just educational apps, not just the camera, but it said like your kid can paint on it, you can do this, that. Like imagine you have a great ad, but it's not connecting with enough people. So therefore the algorithm has such a hard time finding buyers that it ends up dying. But in this case, let's say people start to see that this phone helps their kids paint. That might open up a new audience that we didn't even know would be interested in this phone. And so that could end up being a winning ad because we had more unique selling points in the ad, right? That's the way you gotta look at it, right? If your ads aren't performing, is it doing enough of a good job at actually talking about selling points that would appeal to, you know, different people? Because some people would care about the educational apps, but other people would probably care about, you know, the fact that their kids can paint on it, whatever the case is. And then we have this one.
They keep locking me out, so I found this. It's a kid-friendly smartphone with games, stories, and music. Real front and back cameras.
What's funny is that plastic wrap at the beginning, like that's so inaccurate, but overall, it's not a big deal, right? So now we got 103, 104 launched in the ad account. They're about to start delivering now. I'm really hoping these ads come through, man, because right now we have all $500 per day in spend going towards one ad. And that one ad is not improving in terms of cost per purchase. So currently we're a little bit in the red, but hopefully by tomorrow we can get that cost per purchase down. I'm really crossing my fingers at this point because, you know, when you're crammed into 7 days, there's only so much that you can do. But I think so far we've done pretty good considering we're at $1,700 in sales in the entire challenge. So by tomorrow, we'll definitely cross $2,000 in sales, but let's see if we actually make a profit. Guess where this sale just came in from? It came from one of those AI ads that we launched yesterday. Let me show you which one. All right, so this customer ordered 2 units, and then if we go to the conversion summary, it shows that it came from 104B, which is this ad right here.
They keep locking me out, so I found this. It's a kid-friendly smartphone with games, stories, and music.
I'm telling you, man, all you need is AI ads in 2025, 2026 to succeed. Today is the last day I shaved, and ironically, it's our best performing day yet. We're about to cross $1,000 in sales for the day, and it's only 4:30 p.m. Let me show you guys close up here, right? So it's 4:40 p.m., okay? And we're at $740 in sales for the day. We have 9 orders. Wait, did you guys just hear that? Cha-ching. At this rate, we're definitely crossing $1,000 in sales for the day. Probably even more than that, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4K. And that would actually make it a very profitable day. So by the end of the night tonight, I'm gonna see whether or not this challenge was actually profitable or unprofitable. All right, that's a wrap. The challenge is done, but is it good news or is it bad news? Let's find out. So we did almost $4,000 in sales in the matter of 7 days. Really good. 41 orders. We got a 4.68% conversion rate, which anything above 2% is really high. Most people get 1 to 2%, so we did really good there. That means a lot of people were really interested that landed on the page. A high percentage added to cart, a high percentage purchased, right? Yesterday was actually our best day. Remember I told you that if the first 3 days of running an ad on Meta Ads shows strong signs, then you gotta let it run the full 7 days before making any serious judgments. And this is why, because the results will more than likely improve, and you gotta at least give it a chance to do that. The algorithm needs time to optimize and find those audiences that would convert. And this was our best day, not surprisingly, on the 7th day. I've had many situations where the 7th day is actually where results pick up. So if we actually look, this was actually a decently profitable day. Now, mind you, right, we had a 2.2 ROAS on the ad that actually ran the full 7 days, right? So 101A and 101C are the ones that got the purchases yesterday. One of them got 11 out of the 14 purchases. And mind you, this didn't track the 16th purchase. If we look here, we had 16 purchases. That's missing a purchase. So our ROAS was actually a bit higher. Between testing, like, you know, spending money on this ad, about 50 bucks that we essentially did not get any purchases from, right? That made our profit a bit less. So we actually had a $180 profit, 12.88%. Don't let the industry lie to you. If you're getting between 10 and 20% profit margins with dropshipping, that is really good. When you're buying inventory, you're getting the lowest cost possible on a product. So your margins are always going to be higher. It's not realistic to expect 40% profit margins with dropshipping, even though a lot of people like to say so. But I would argue anything between 10 and 20% is great. Above 20% is amazing. Now for the moment of truth, did we actually make a profit or did we lose money in these 7 days? So we're gonna go to the date range here. We're gonna put the 14th to the 20th, which is the full 7 days. And we lost $323. But honestly, guys, I really love this product and I think it truly has potential. If I had more time, I would definitely be able to scale it and scale it profitably. Like we said, right? Yesterday was the first day that the ad actually started to show signs of life. And I'm still, running it today. So I'm actually gonna keep this going and I will update you guys, let you know if I actually end up scaling this store because it's intriguing me, I'm not gonna lie, considering it's Q4 right now. And then on top of that, we're actually still testing new ads, right? That I launched 2 days ago. So I'm definitely not gonna turn these off. But anyway, a deal's a deal. I lost the challenge, so I owe one of you lucky people $2,000. To enter into the giveaway, all you gotta do is the following 2 things. Like the video and give an unbiased comment below. I'm gonna go through every comment and choose my favorite one and announce a winner. I'll leave a pinned comment down below with the details for the giveaway. And hey, before you go, if you're a beginner and you wanna learn, I have a free course right here on YouTube. It's 6+ hours. I'll link it right here. I'll see you guys in the next one.